The early days of limerence power the life cycle of a narcissistic relationship like nothing else. These relationships are marked by an intense, larger-than-life honeymoon phase. Everyone's thoughts are consumed by perfect, eternal love. Epic fantasies of romance come to life day in and day out. The infatuation explodes from sunrise to sunset, but it never lasts. The new partner of a narcissist is placed on a pedestal. The question is why? The answer is easy. An incredible new partner reflects nicely on a narcissist. The better the new partner, the better the narcissist looks by proxy. I speak from experience on this. When I first met my unsavory ex, whom I call the Gay Narcissist, I could do no wrong. He told me many times I was the one he was looking for his entire life. I was smart, successful, intelligent, interesting, and handsome to him. I was perfect in his eyes, until I wasn't anymore. A few years ago, I wrote an article outlining the connection I saw between love bombing and limerence. It's also the topic of my first ever YouTube video. The connection was plain to see after reading Ross Rosenberg's incredible book on the dysfunctional relationships between narcissists and codependents. The book is called The Human Magnet Syndrome, and it is an absolute must-read. The emotional tug-of-war between these two personality styles is mind-blowing. In the original article, which is titled Inside the Narcissist's Head During Love Bombing and Limerence, Ross Rosenberg explains, I wrote the following. Rosenberg posits that both codependents and pathological narcissists are combating internal shame and a gnawing fear of loneliness. The codependent has awareness of this, whereas the pathological narcissist does not. And because these psychological opposites ignite each other's relationship template so dramatically, a fast and intense relationship forms. This isn't about romantic interest, it's all about unabashed infatuation, red flags be damned. And beware of whiplash from the sheer speed at which these relationships take off. I continued in a section called Love and Limerence, where I wrote the following. The all-important concept of limerence was pioneered by American psychologist Dorothy Tennov in her 1979 book, Love and Limerence. Limerence is the intangible force that animates a narcissistic relationship in its early days. It causes obsessive thoughts and feelings of unbridled passion and addictive need for reciprocation. In Rosenberg's own words, chemistry is where opposite attraction begins, and limerence is where it blows up into a fireworks display. The initial love-obsessed or limerent phase of a standard passionate relationship lines up all too well with what the idealization and love-bombing phase of a narcissistic relationship looks like. That's because the narcissist and the unfortunate love-bombed person are in the early days of limerence. All of these intense feelings are made possible by a deluge of dopamine and norepinephrine flooding the brain, and to make matters all the worse, serotonin levels drop. The kind of imbalanced brain chemistry can cause thoughts and actions akin to obsessive-compulsive disorder, according to Rosenberg. The love-bombing limerence connection still makes me uneasy. That's because love bombing isn't just a phony act you can always sniff out. At least part of it is typically genuine and real between both players involved, and that's the part you hold onto for dear life when everything starts falling apart. But what do we actually do with these feelings? The idealization phase of a narcissistic relationship is all about love bombing. And that love bombing comes from a narcissist's real excitement and grandiose belief that they have found the perfect partner. But those feelings are shallow and fickle. They turn around quickly. Boredom and resentment take root once life starts settling down. The limerence fueling the narcissist's engine runs out. And once that tank is empty, they will start looking for new novel thrills. Speaking from my own experience in the gay narcissistic relationship, as I've come to call it, I noticed the gay narcissist excitement and happiness died down about 3 to 6 months in. Before that, I caught quick looks beneath the mask. Temper tantrums, passing callousness, dark and sullen moons, demeaning accusations. The clues were there, but I explained it all away. I ignored all of my internal sirens to get out. That's the real dilemma. I knew deep down that I should run in the opposite direction, but I made up excuses. I told myself stories. I thought I was wrong. It turned into a fool's errand. I am pretty insecure. I'm not muscular enough. I'm not manly enough. I'm not good looking enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not successful enough. But all of those worries went away when the gay narcissist told me I was perfect in his eyes. His compliments turned into a drug. Reflecting on it now, I initially saw the gay narcissist as a reflection of the kind of guy I wanted to be. So, having someone like that shower me with kind words seemed like a solid second-place prize. Boy, was I wrong. I started overvaluing him, and then I resented him. He was phony with friends and strangers in public. He was dismissive and devaluing toward me in private. He was constantly aggrieved and victimized. He increasingly behaved like a petulant little boy behind closed doors. Limerence and love bombing were long gone. The open relationship eventually started, which was a pivotal turning point that led to the final narcissistic discard. I was out and the new supply was in. The new supply gave the gay narcissist fresh attention and validation. A brand new honeymoon phase kicked off and into overdrive, and with it came a fresh injection of limerence and love bombing. But for me, I was left out in the cold, abandoned, desperate, and afraid. I've made a lot of mistakes in the years following the gay narcissistic relationship and going no contact with the gay narcissist. I've met plenty of new guys since moving on. Many were pleasant, but nothing worked out. A few were trouble in their own right. Sometimes I was the trouble and the problem. It happens. But I let those unsavory characters and bad actors into my life because of my own problems. They had compliments to give and approval to offer. I took some of these men far too seriously before truly getting to know them. But I'm learning. I don't obsess over guys who treat me poorly as much as I once did. I cut my losses and move on faster. I give fewer chances before throwing in the towel. There's still plenty of baggage to work through, but that's the first step, acknowledging you have any at all. This is the only way to detect love bombing and limerence as early as possible, so you can get it under control and avoid the empty words and false promises of manipulators.